Morning, hello, wherever you are in the world, the power of emotion and how our feelings shape our memory and our brain chemistry. Now, imagine that your memory is like a huge library filled with books, which are all your memories. Now, in this library, not all books are placed equally, unfortunately. Some are hidden in the back, some are hard to find, others are displayed right at the entrance, so it catches our eye as we walk in. Now, what decides the placement of these books? It's your emotions. They are like the little librarians of this library. Now, why do some memories just stand out for us? So when we experience like a really strong emotion, like the happiest day of our life, or then something really scary, our emotions decide what these memories or why these memories have to be so important. So it's like they take these memories and they put them in this display shelf. So whenever you walk into your memory library, they're there on display and you notice them first. Actually, this is a pretty smart system to use. Our brains are wired to keep us safe and to help us survive. But by remembering the really emotional stuff that we can recall quickly, what's danger and what's reward. So, for example, remembering the joy of a friend's wedding or their laughter while recalling the fear of touching a hot stove to remind us never to get burnt again. But what is the downside to our emotional memories? The system is just not perfect, especially when it comes to our traumatic or very sad memories. If you've ever been through something really tough, like a car accident, a breakup, relationships, narcissism, whatever it is, you know what I mean. These memories can feel like they are constantly on display. They pop up everywhere unexpectedly, and then it makes you relive the fear, the sadness, the pain over and over and over again. So our emotions play a huge role in what we remember and why. But by understanding how this emotional memory system works, we can start to manage how we deal with those emotions, make sure that the happy ones are put on display for us to recognize and see and appreciate, and we deserve that. And the tough ones are stored away properly in a system that we know are there but don't affect us anymore. Now, our amygdala, which is just above the ear, is our brain's alarm system. So in our brain, it's actually the tiniest part of the brain. It's our brain's little alarm system. It is the cocktail mixing system of our brain. It's always on lookout for something really emotional. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? And it makes sure that when we have a memory and it's quite strong, that we remember it, because it's trying to keep us in survival zone. But it's not a really good system to use, okay? It's not a very good system to use. So what we have to do is break the cycle of how our brain cottons on and holds on to those memories, and the traumatic or really traumatic ones, that it's not stored in our hippocampus, which is at the back of the brain. So we have to learn to override our brain's chemical imbalance that it's finding. Now, I wanted to highlight a few of our very crucial chemicals that we really need in the brain and what they are responsible for. So our serotonin is actually our feel-good chemical. It regulates mood, happiness. It also is responsible for some forms of our anxiety and our low levels. So when we dip, we tend to feel depressed or low mood. It's our serotonin. Our dopamine is the reward chemical. It's the pleasure, the motivation. It's when we learn, we feel like, I deserve it, I'm capable, I can do this. So it's very much involved in feelings of enjoyment and reinforcement and motivation. But when that's not available to us, we sink lower and lower and lower. And then the chemical directly related to our adrenaline, and that's norepinephrine. I can't say that word, but it helps us with our focus, our attention, and our responses to actions. So It's actually our alertness and our energy. However, when we've had trauma, when we're going into trigger mode, when we're spiraling, that just jumps into action and we are on full alert all the time. So we overwhelm, we burn out because we're on high alert all the time. And cortisol, we actually need to have cortisol in the body. It's our stress hormone. But do you know what its job actually is? It's not there to alert us to danger, which is what most people do. Oh, it's my fight, flight, freeze. Yeah. But cortisol is actually needed to control our blood sugar. It regulates our metabolism. It reduces inflammation. It's absolutely crucial on helping us manage our stress. So what do we do with all this? Educate, educate, educate. Teach yourself what to do during what situation. Trauma and those memories associated with whatever you've been through need to be processed. If you're interested to know more, please join us for our Trauma Recovery Method program. In the group, there are links for you to book a consultation with me. We give amazing value. We'll talk through a plan for you. We'll come up with what we think is wrong. I have 16,500 hours of working directly with the most appalling trauma. There isn't anything I haven't seen. We create your care plan. And if you are right for our program, we can enroll you straight away and get cracking. So if you want to know more, let us know. I hope that you found this talk today really useful. The power of emotion, but you can control it. Have a great day wherever you are. Bye.